it's Anna from yogabodynutrition.com, and today I'm going to demo a Yin Yoga posture. So Yin Yoga, a little different than what we often associate yoga with, which is a lot more moving and we're a little more dynamic. With Yin, we're actually holding the poses for 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes each. But they're passive and they're designed to work a little bit deeper on some deeper holding in your body. And what generally you'll find is that you feel a little more kind of spacious and relaxed, and they're fantastic poses to do if you have chronic fatigue or if you're sick and you want to be able to stimulate some energy but you don't have the energy to actually expend any energy. And I'll talk a little bit more about a few of the other benefits too as I demonstrate the pose. So this is called butterfly pose, and it's a yin forward bend, which means it's going to address the back of our body and actually the backs of the legs to a lesser degree, but to a little bit. I'm sitting on the edge of a blanket, of a folded blanket, and I would suggest that just because it gives your sitting bones a little bit of a lift and it helps to support the spine and the pelvis a little bit more. So what you don't want to do is end up hanging back here, rolled back, and hunching over where my sitting bones and my tailbone are kind of curled under, and then I'm straining. So I want to be able to sit upright and get a really nice lift through that lower spine, and then start to come forward. So what you can do here is, depending on how flexible you are, you might be pretty close to your feet, but that's not the objective, so don't get caught up in that. For me, what I can do is I can take my two fists and make a little stack, and then I'm supporting my head. And ideally you do have something to support the head so you're not just hanging and putting strain on your neck. I can also take a block, so there are those yoga blocks, and I can put that gives me a little more height. Sometimes you might want to stack 2 blocks on each other and give yourself more height. This is another option too, to just sort of rest the elbows, depending on how bony they are, and support your head. I recommend when you're in the pose to close your eyes. And you're just breathing smoothly, deeply, and long through the nose. And you want to set a timer. I set a timer for like 5 minutes. I'm going to hold the pose just so that I can completely zone out, focus on my breath in the pose, and stay here. Some of the other benefits are that we're actually addressing what's called the limbic part of the brain, which is in the back of your brain, and the meridians that run up the back body deal with removing or clearing away fears, anxieties, and I think I mentioned already, just when you're feeling a little lower in energy, this is a great pose to do. It also is helpful for boosting your immune system because the meridians that run on the back of the body attach to your kidneys, which when you strengthen the kidneys, your immunity is better. Generally, just the strength of your body is better. So imagining I'm still in the pose and I'm breathing, I just want to make sure that you can hear me, and I'm really just passively receiving this pose. One last thing to note about it is we're working on what's called the connective tissue instead of muscle. So I'm not trying to stretch my muscle and pull myself forward, but by just being here and letting myself be in the pose however my body wants to be here today and breathing into it, I'm starting to open up some deeper pockets in the connective tissue, a little more deep than the muscle tissue is. And you'll feel a little juicier in the joints. It's helpful to stimulate the hyaluronic acid in your joints, which is great anti-aging. You can buy it in a supplement actually. So when you're ready to come up, you'll inhale and come up, and either go on to another pose or go on to your day. This position of the legs, which hopefully you noticed, is a wide diamond shape, so I don't have my feet all the way up close. I have them further away. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. It's Anna again from yogabodynutrition.com.